It's not every day we get in a stunning original paint, red and white RZ350, but when we do, I want to share it with you guys. Feast your eyes on this beauty. Remarkably mint original condition. No signs of ever being crashed or abused. The gauges are nice and crisp. All the original cycle parts are intact. And this is the original red and white factory paint job. It sounds awesome. It's super tight. Everything on the bike is in mint condition. The turn signals, the horn, everything on the bike works exactly as you'd expect it to back when it rolled off the assembly line, and the thing hauls the mail. The first thing you probably notice is these absolutely stunning Toomey racing pipes with the carbon fiber and aluminum silencer and the black painted exhaust. It's in absolutely pristine, brand new, original condition. There's not a ding or dent or a scratch on the exhaust system. It's perfect. It also has a Toomey racing intake, which is a big improvement over the stock one. It's just been gone through by the service department. This was originally imported by a friend of mine, Barry Lamb, out of Florida in 2017. He's got a $1 million estate down there and heated and air conditioned building that he kept his collection of bikes in. He's getting up there in years and had some health issues, and his wife wanted him to downsize, so he sold us 20 of the bikes before Bike Week last year. So this is one we've hung on to. Had it on display here in the museum. Really didn't want to sell it, but we've got a couple other big collections that are coming up, so we're going to let this one have a new home. I don't know if you've been following the value on these, because we posted a couple videos of this on Instagram, and but it's easy to find out. You just go on to Mecum.com or onto Bring a Trailer, and you'll see that the last 4 that are sold at Mecum, I've actually got the results over here. One sold for $22,024, one sold for $24,200, one sold for $25,850, and one sold for $27,500, with the median price being around $25 and change. Now, the interesting thing is those are all yellows. This is a really rare, limited production, Canadian only, red and white RZ350, and it is in mint original condition. Stored indoors in a heated and air conditioned facility. There's no rust or issues with the original paint and bodywork. It does have a little bit of patina, as you'd expect from a 40-year-old motorcycle, namely the plastic, or not plastic, the graphics, the vinyl graphics have a little bit of, if you zoom in closely, you can see there's a little bit of cracking going on there. And yes, we could have fixed that. We have a Mill Street Auto right down the street body shop, but I wanted to leave this thing original. I did not want to mess with the paint job, and it looks too damn nice. I wouldn't screw with it. The gauges are nice and clear. The ignition and key and everything, it has the original Canadian RZ350 key fob on there. The clip-ons are in really nice shape. The original master cylinder has just been rebuilt, fresh oil in there. It was completely rebuilt, as were the front calipers were completely rebuilt. The rear caliper was completely rebuilt, and the master cylinder was rebuilt also. So all the fluids on the bike have been changed, the gear lube, the antifreeze. It's running VP ethanol-free fuel. It smells fantastic with the 2-stroke oil. These are the original red mags. The tires have 90% tread on them. Still has the variable damper sticker on the original front fork finish. The YPVS logos on the side, and everything else. These are extremely rare in black and yellow, and even more rare in red and white. So no expenses spared in maintaining, servicing, and detailing this classic. It has a brand new Yuasa battery. We just put we rebuilt the OEM original fuel petcock on it to keep it original OEM instead of putting a China repop on there. It's got new fuel lines on it. We pulled the fuel tank for a soda blast and a professional internal clean, and then Caswell sealed the tank. Mr. Turbo did that here. He also pulled the carburetors, rebuilt them with new gaskets, O-rings, and vent lines. It has a new Toomey intake manifold and a new air filter, so it breathes really great. New gear oil, new coolant, new injection oil. Rebuilt the front and rear brake calipers, rebuilt the front and rear brake master cylinders, bled them with DOT4, and if you zoom in on that chain, that looks like something you could hang around your neck. It's literally that clean. It's a brand new 530 gold chain. The bike went to the detail shop here, where we do museum quality detailing from. We are on the second floor of the New England Motorcycle Museum, if you didn't see the big sign behind me. But we're no strangers for doing rotisserie, frame up detailing without messing with the originality of the bike. It was carefully cleaned and polished, so and waxed and degreased, and it's ready to go. It's on display here at the museum. If you want to come take a look at it, we can ship it anywhere, right to your house in the continental U.S. White glove service, roll on, roll off. We can finance it through Freedom Road, and we also take trades. But yeah, this one will sell quickly. I'm sure we just sold a yellow one on eBay auction. It just, look under completed listings, it just sold for $21,500. And of course, the Mecum results, I already told you, and bring a trailer. You can check that out too. But this is one of the nicest ones. It's the nicest red, it's the only red and white one we've ever had, but it's one of the nicer RZs we've had through the shop. It's well sorted, very fast, and ready to ride. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. My son Kenny Jr. will hook you up. We have 100% positive feedback after selling over 10,000 items on eBay, and that's not easy. That doesn't mean we didn't have issues, but we stand behind our products, and we'll take care of you. Still has the original February of 1986 decal. If you can zoom in and show them that, those are usually long gone. The finish on the engine covers is in pristine condition, really nice for a 40-year-old bike. It even has the paint on the cylinders still, and that's usually that's a hallmark. When these things heat up, the factory paint on the cylinders usually wears off. So no evidence of any scratching or crack mark or damage on the fairing. The pipes, like I said, are in brand new condition. The pegs are in excellent shape. It has the original passenger pegs and shifter and everything. Kickstands in mint shape. If you come around this side here, you'll see that this engine cover is also in mint condition, and of course it's a matching numbers frame and matching numbers engine, original 40-year-old classic. So not too many of these left. Most of these were destroyed, frankly, by young racers like Billy Blythe, who is our resident RZ expert. Matter of fact, he'll answer the phone if you call here. He actually won the RZ Cup at Daytona. Don't worry, he didn't test ride this one. Not that he'd abuse it or anything, but Billy won the RZ Cup. He's also been to the Isle of Man 5 times. He's the guy who answers the phone here. He's a true legend in racing, and he won the RZ Cup with 72 other pro riders at Daytona, and I think it was 85. There's a plaque hanging in the museum somewhere with a picture of him on an RZ. So he's an RZ. If you want to talk RZs, nobody knows him better than Billy, and he gave this one his 2 thumbs up as well as I did. So absolutely remarkable. Check out the pictures. Zoom in, check them out. Call Junior or Billy if you have any questions. And this is a bike that's just going to keep going up these. It's like buying a Hemi Cuda or something like that. This is like the 454 Chevelle SS of motorcycles. They're only going up in value, and most of them were destroyed by young testosterone-filled men that wanted to impress their friends. In fact, I ruined one of these myself. I flipped one over on Route 6, totaled it, and almost lost my leg. I compound fractured my lower leg. That's another story, but for another day. But I say do respect these when you're wheeling them, because I flipped it over, the power valve opened, and it flipped over so fast that it just smashed the whole back of the bike and ripped my arms off the bars, and I cowboyed it to the ground, and unfortunately my leg was under the bike, and almost lost my leg, but the bike was totaled. So I'm guilty of ruining at least one. I'm sure Billy ruined a few too. That was the fate that most of these race bikes had, just like a motocross bike or a race bike. If it's built to take to the track, which these were street legal race bikes that very close to stock would be competitive on the high banks of Daytona, and dust most bikes twice their CC size. If you zoom in on the frame paint too, the frame paint still has remarkably a really nice shine. That's another hallmark of a bike that was stored indoors. Just a remarkable piece. I'm in love with it. The first time I fired it up and drove it. If it was summertime, I'd be ripping up. It's look at it out there. It's 16 degrees out. Sucks. We're heading to Daytona in 3 weeks, but man, there's icebergs everywhere, and it's miserable and cold. But I had fun riding it across the museum. This is the kind of bike where if you have winter seasonal disorder, you just fire it up in your garage and you'll feel better right away. Beautiful piece. Call Junior if you have any questions. I don't know if I'll ever get another red and white Canadian edition in here, but this one sure has been fun to have around for the last year, and we're going to let it go to someone else so they can enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.